who pick identical cards to form team members for the duration of the task.
Obiangeli, have fun now. My guy, because he's going to pick your code.
Sufficient balance for this call. Kindly recharge as soon as possible.
Yes.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl, Okewumi, and this is the Big Brother Bbnaija review season 6 live on the Women's Talk Show. It's day 6 in the house out of 72 days, and the housemates had their first group task. Like, I mean, you know, the first task they had was a general task, but this time they were grouped into different categories. So they had their first group task today, and so guys, that's what we're going to basically be talking about. If you are watching my videos for the first time, please do enjoy to subscribe, like, and also leave a comment in the comment section below.
Lower again. Cross, don't move down. You have to move down. Pere, you have to be the one to draw.
This one don't pass task. It don't turn punishment. Anyways, guys, welcome back. Like I said earlier, the housemates had their first group task today, which is sponsored by Glover. And they were supposed to start the task by picking cards from a box without peeping inside. And the cards they pick determine the team they will belong to. And there are 4 teams apparently: Team Orange, Team Green, Team Blue, and Team Pink. So, and there were 2 black cards in the box. Any housemate who picks those black cards will become umpires. They will not be allowed to participate. Rather, they will act like big brother, anchoring the games and overseeing everything that happens in the game. So apparently in Team Orange we had Beatrice, Licorice, Yerin, Saga, and Peace. In Team Green we had Nini, Pere, Sammy, Angel, and Cross. In Team Blue we had Tega, Princess, Maria, Jackie, and Buma. And then in Team Pink we had Taske, Henry, Emmanuel, J-Paul, and Nini. So the 2 housemates that picked the black cards that will not be allowed to perform in today's game, or that were not allowed to perform in today's game, were White Money and Yusuf. They picked the black cards, and so they did not participate in the task. Rather, they anchored the task and overseed everything that happened in the task. So what exactly was the task? Today's task was actually divided into 2. The first part of the task was for each team to develop a short presentation that promotes gift cards as part of gifting culture of the average Nigerian, and how adopting gift cards can improve relationships. And the presentation was supposed to be in form of a drama or music or poetry, any of the 3, and should last for approximately 5 minutes. And the actual thing that Biggie was looking out for to rate their performance: originality, creativity, and teamwork.
This 4 groups, you all are taxed to bring out the best and showcase the common men in Nigeria.
As you can see from the short clip earlier, White Money and Yusuf anchored the first task and was like, they were basically hosting the first game. Well, the first game went very nice. So for me, the first task, the housemates, they all did well. They all put in their best. You know, they were asked to give a presentation under 5 minutes. They couldn't exceed approximately 5 minutes. The time was too short, but at least they came up with something nice. For me, the group that really expressed the aim of the task was Team Blue. Tega, Princess, Maria, Jackie, and Buma. Now, in this first task for me had 5 games planned out for them. Task, oh my God, each game comes with some values of points. Was the thing that amazes the highest point, that gets the highest point across these 5 games, would stand a chance to win this Glover task. And there are rules to these games, and any of the team that breaks any of the rules, they'll get a penalty for it. So the first game basically was for them to it was called The More You See, The Less You Know, just to test their cognitive strength. Yusuf and White Money read out something to them and then asked them questions on that thing to see if they could remember or recall what they have heard. That one was pretty easy. Now the second game, I've never seen that type of game in my life. I don't know where Biggie comes up with his games. That was where they were asked to I think it was to test team strength. So they were supposed to come, there are 5 in a team. 4 of them were supposed to stand in the box. Then they will put a stick on their index finger. The 4 of them are supposed to lift that stick with their index finger from the top, from their chest level down to the ground. And it was supposed to fall at a line on the ground and stay in the middle of that line. The stick is not meant to fall. So basically just to test their team strength. This game was hard, and there is no group that came up to do that game that did not fight or argue. There is no team. I'm telling you, because at a point you will say, Maria, put your hand down, you are the one shaking. It was just really tough. And after the second game, the third game was called the party flop. They were supposed to use air in the balloon to blow a cup off the table. And so it was also to test how patient they will be, and they were supposed to bring one representative from each group. The fourth game was called Common Balls. If you've gone to Rufus and B, I'm sure you'd have played that game before, where there's a place where there are holes that's supposed to throw the balls in those holes and ensure that they have a very numerous amount of balls that get into the holes, because the more amount of balls you throw into the holes, the more points you get. I'm going to be sincere, no team got above 2 balls. No team could throw more than 2 balls inside that, because they had 30 seconds, and the distance from where they were throwing from to where the holes are is very far. I'm serious. It was very tasking. In short, first of all, it would look easy. You'd be like, okay, it's not to throw ball and enter. But when they get there and start throwing the balls, it was harder than it looks. So it was also to test their throwing abilities. Then the 5th game, the ping pong game that we all play on iMessage that looks easy. It's not. So you know how the ping pong game goes. They were supposed to have one representative from each group too, and they were supposed to throw the balls in the cup. And if you throw a ball, if you are able to get a cup into a ball into a cup, if you're able to throw a ball into a cup successfully, then there's a card underneath the cup. When you open the card, you see how many points that earned you. Do you know that none of these housemates were successfully able to throw one ball inside one cup? None of them. They had 3 throws. You have to throw 3 times, and if you're not able to throw the ball into the cup within those 3 periods you had, it's over for you. And none of them were able to use it well. I know it's not their fault, really. The games were pretty hard. Like I said, and like Big Brother said, in the second task where they had to do that stick thing, tempers were rising because they were just blaming each other. It's your hand, it's my hand. So after the whole task, there was a not even small fight. There was a huge fight between Pere and Nini. Apparently, while they were playing the game, Nini was telling Pere that your hand is shaking. Pere was saying my hand is not shaking. And she's like, why is this boy making me feel stupid? Your hand is shaking. So after the game, she was asking people like, did you guys see how Pere's hand was shaking? And Saga was like, yes, and everybody saw that his hand was shaking. She's like, okay, let's go and tell Pere that Shebi was arguing with me inside the arena that his hands were not shaking. And then she took Saga and they went to meet Pere. And Pere felt like, why is she talking about this matter over and over again? So he now went to confront her in the bathroom walkway. I started shouting and said, what's the meaning of that? Why would she be telling everybody that his hand was shaking? This is and Nini's like, sure. Nini just entered the Edo mode. She said, sure. What this one they shout for now? It was very funny. And she's like, please don't you ever in your life talk to me like that or come and shout at me like I was just joking with you. I was just like trying to let you know that, because you were arguing that your hand was not shaking. Me, I did not say that I didn't have my fault in the task or like to what delayed the task. When you told me that this was what I was doing, I said, I know that. But when I told you that hands were shaking, you were arguing, and I was just even joking, And my own point is the way Irene used to carry people's matter on her head. What is her problem? She would go and meet Pere. Please, Irene used to carry people's matter on her head too much. I remember the time that Angel had a quarrel with Maria. She carried it on her head like bread. I don't understand though. It's just getting annoying for me. This is something between. I know that yes, she has the right to interfere, but she's carrying it on her head. Someone would think that it's Irene and Pere that are fighting. This in this argument. So Pere said, well, it's not going to apologize. That Pere misunderstood the whole situation. I was like, why is she telling everybody that his hand was shaking? That was it the only one that made the group fail? Or like, it's not like they even failed. Like, they accomplished their mission. So like, why is she saying that? Like, she doesn't, like, the way she's talking about it, he just saw it in a different light, and that's not what he saw, and that he's not going to apologize to her. So if she like should go and shout and scream, it doesn't concern him. There's no task without a fight.
Yeah. Team Pink won that round. And the winner remains Team Pink with a sum of $3,500.
As usual, after every game, there is always one winner. And I told you that the task was divided into two. The first task, each of the team were asked to present a drama. The team with the highest point was Team Pink. Team Pink has both Irene, Sasuke, Emmanuel, J. Paul, and Nini. Well, I didn't see that coming, but they had the highest point based on the criteria of creativity, originality, and team spirit. Then also the game that they had in the arena, the second task, they also got the highest point of 61, which was way above the other housemates, and they also won that round, which made them the overall winner, and they were awarded with $3,500, which is to be shared amongst them. It's not $3,500 each. It is to be shared among them, including the two umpires, White Money and Yusuf, that coordinated the games. So guys, that's all we can take for now, not for today, because I am coming back here today to give you the party gist. So all you have to do to be part of it is subscribe right now, turn on that post notification bell, so that when I post the party video, you will get to see it first. And also like, share, and leave a comment in the comment section below. Have a wonderful time ahead. Bye.